Hello! Welcome to the Turret of Pleasure in the Enchanted Kingdom of Hermione. Sorry, new lips. We're just outside of Soup, BC here, just down the road from Victoria. Right hard by Baker Creek, just over there. We're in the highest point of the Enchanted Kingdom. Oh, the hay fever is killing me. I'm your host today, Zip Gun. I am the Lord Chamberlain of the Enchanted Kingdom and in charge of all musical entertainments, as it were. And today And the Crowd Went, Why? Yes, we're going to do another useless live album. Another one. There's so many. There's a lot to choose from. And I'm choosing them carefully because they can't just be, some crap band that did a crap live album. No, this one in question is King Crimson. Their first live album, Earthbound. Now, there's a weird story behind this one. I'm going to gloss over this was the band that did Islands, version 3, if you will. Ian Wallace, Boz Burrell, Robert Fripp, Mel Collins on sax. And they had gotten together and recorded the Islands album, which is a pretty interesting record, King Crimson. Very soft bits, very hard bits. In fact, Islands was the record that I actually discovered King Crimson. It was the song Ladies of the Road, and I'll probably talk about that later in another video. But at any rate, right about when I got right into King Crimson was about this moment in history. Now, there was a slight problem because whoever's idea it was to make this a record kind of screwed up in that they decided to record the band on a cassette deck in 1972, which does not lead to excellent sound quality. In fact, it's not very good sound quality. You could say it's kind of like a bootleg. And, well, you might well be right. Now, so if you're a King Crimson, if you're just a guy or a girl or a woman who wants to buy a King Crimson record cold, I can tell you right off the get-go, this is not the one to buy. This is kind of, it's a good idea of what that tour was like in 1972. What was that tour like? Well, by this point in time, the members of the band really disliked each other. Most of them disliked Mr. Fripp, I believe. It was not a happy tour, and they were just ground into dust playing these terrible gigs at the likes of Black Oak, Arkansas, and all these shitty American boogie rock bands. And of course the boogie is infectious. So there are two songs here that are essentially, well, it would be charitable to call them free improvisations. What they really are is lousy blues jams. And they don't get better when Boz starts to scat sing, believe me. And that's kind of their idea of dirty ass rock and roll, I suppose. There is the song 21st Century Schizoid Man, where they put Boz's vocals through the VCS3 that they carried around with them, God knows why. And that's creditable, but it's really raw and it's really bootleggy and it's not, fans might want it. There's a version of The Sailor's Tale which fades in, which is okay, I guess, There's the song Earthbound, which is one of the aforementioned boogie jams. There's another one creatively called Peoria. I'll bet you can't guess where that was recorded. And they're both mostly crap. I mean, really, come on. Robert Fripp vamping over a funk background is just a bad idea. And so what's left on this record is a version of the song Groon, which was barely known of. Certainly, at this point in time, I didn't even know of the song Groon because Groon was an unreleased B-side to the single of the song Cat Food from the Poseidon album, which was a single that never got released where I live in North America, and so it is a complete obscurity. Needless to say, this version of Groon bears almost no resemblance whatsoever to the original version of Groon, and it is only saved by the most amazing tedium because it is a lot like 15 minutes long. At the end, Ian Wallace goes into the obligatory 1972 endless drum solo. Has to happen, but Their sound man, Hunter McDonald, probably just because he just had to do something, I guess, throws the whole fucking thing through the ring modulator on the VCS3 synthesizer. It is a glorious noise. The only part of this record I ever play. It lasts for about 3 minutes of just pure fucking noise. I would have loved to have been there and watched the Ripple drunk audience, see what they would say when this was going down, because they'd all probably be shrieking and howling. Not looking good for the Edmund, boy. Yeah. Anyway, this is the 25th anniversary edition. All you get is the album. It's been remastered. Who cares? It sounds like shit. And the crowd went, why? It did not come out in North America because Atlantic listened to it and said, this is a useless piece of shit. We don't want this. And so I had to buy it as an expensive bootleg. Curiously, it was on the Help imprint of Island Records, which was their prefix, H-E-L-P, instead of the typical ILPS, was normal stereo full-price Island LPs. H-E-L-P was a series of budget records. Apparently this was like a £1.30 or something, which is pretty cheap and good. But they made the Help series was full of really, really good records. Quite collectible now, I think. They're all worth about $30-40 each. Stomu Yamashita and Tubular Bells. And but this is not one of the good ones. This is a lousy one. Now here's the rub. We segue into I Am That Sucker. Guess what? I just found out, doing research for this, that there is a CD/DVD 40th anniversary reissue of this, which features bonus tracks, tracks from other places, and I Am That Sucker quad mixes. Guess what I'm going to go buy on Amazon right after this video's done. Okay, well, anyway, there you go. It's not looking. Oh, yeah. Anyway, we'll sign off. Thanks. Subscribe. Hit the bell so you know when you get more of these things. I'm going to dig out some more crappy live records. This is fun. And we'll talk to you later. Take care.